Zizzy is one of Piggy's earliest and most beloved characters, as a brave warrior and friend to the survivor group. She was one of the main protagonists in the game, but just when Book 2 has arrived, she was killed and infected in the game, leaving us to wonder several questions. Did she really deserve to die? Why didn't Willow target Pony and the player instead of Zizzy? Will Zizzy ever return? Today we will dive into the clues and consider where Zizzy's fate was justified, or if she could have a big impact and change to the storyline. Let's start by looking at who she was before she met the survivor group excluded Mimi and Giraffe. She was introduced as a former fencing coach who had taught her to younger sisters, Z and Zizzy. Zizzy is one of the 4 overarching protagonists alongside Doggy, Bunny and Pony of Piggy, serving as the tritagonist of the second half of Book 1, the tritagonist of the first half of Book 2, the main protagonist of Distraction and only being mentioned or appearing as a hallucination in the second half. She later met up with Pony during the infection and started a group of survivors went on so many supply runs, and her and Pony later met up with the player in Book 1 of Chapter 8. Karma. She was later captured by the Silver Paw in Book 2 of Chapter 2, who brought her into a cell in the refinery for supposed questioning, but was actually pitted against lots of the infected. When Pony and the player break into the refinery to save her, she realizes she got scratched by one of the infected in the cell. She stays at the refinery to create a distraction so Pony and the player could focus on escaping. This leads to the distraction chapter happening, which focuses on Zizzy. In the hidden ending, she appears cured with the rest of the survivor group and the player in Kona's home. My theory is that Zizzy was not possibly cured in the hidden ending cutscene, and the player was probably hallucinating. This could lead to more lore in the storyline and can focus around either saving Zizzy or a whole new insolence chapter. But like I said before, this is just a theory of mine and is not confirmed by Minitoon or Epic Tank at all. It is very unknown what happened to Zizzy's parents after the infection had broken out, but she takes her little sisters Z and Zizzy to find safety, which basically leads to the safe place chapter to happen. At some point, Pony distracted himself from Zizzy finding himself in bad company. Pony had also been in the survivor group before the infection. Willow recruited Pony when they found him sitting by a river according to Piggy lore, and was either thinking about Zizzy's past with him or him finding a way to locate her. Willow likely presented the Silver Paw as a means to potentially find a cure or way to help Zizzy, which motivated Pony to join. Willow is known to be manipulative and persuasive, which helped her convince Pony to join her cause. An infected Poley is seen in the cell with Zizzy. It is unknown why he is there, but the reason is probably revenge by Willow. In the heist chapter, Poley is seen chasing Willow and her gang in the very early stages of the Silver Paw. He was then infected at the station and was probably captured by Willow and used as a weapon for prisoners at the refinery. As a child, Zizzy looked very similar to her adult self, except she had larger pupils and is the same height as Georgie, Z and Zizzy. Interestingly, her hat remains the same size. As a child, Zizzy used to live in Evalia with her younger twin sisters, Z and Zizzy according to Piggy lore. She was also childhood friends with Pony. Zizzy is noted to be a strong-willed and brave person and deeply cares about her sisters and friends. She is described by the player in their journal as a cunning and skilled fighter. She's shown to be quite smart, since she managed to pull off a good distraction in the refinery so player and Pony were escaping. Her personality is somewhat opposite from Pony's. While Zizzy is intelligent and fearless, Pony is rather clumsy, according to the player, and isn't the kind of person to speak up for himself. Despite her friendly demeanor, she's willing to scold her sisters when they get into trouble, shown when she scolded Zizzy for breaking into Eddie's mansion with Z. Still, she cared about her sisters and wanted to protect them. She felt guilty for not being able to see her sisters again, and had visions of them during her plan to distract TSP. She has a strong relationship with Poley, having known him since she was young, and lived with him in the safe place during the infection. In her finals moments with Poley and the player, she hugged the former goodbye before they left. After seeing Poley in Tio's realm, she became vulnerable to the point where she wanted to accept Tio's deal. She cared about the people she knew and continued to fight until the end. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.